Hey everyone, just wanted to give you another quick update on the 97 Passport. Right now I'm working on putting my heads back together, and here's one of them pretty much fully assembled. I haven't tightened anything down yet. I just wanted to show you guys something. Now this 3.2 I have is the single overhead cam version, SOHC. And there are also dual overhead cam versions, DOHC. And the single overhead cam has this single cam, as you can see here. And then there are two rocker shafts that go along the length of the head. The one on the left here is the exhaust rocker shaft. And it goes down along this side, actuates the exhaust valves, and then there's an intake shaft underneath the cam. You can kind of see it here on this side. And this intake shaft runs the rocker arms, which open the intake valves. So as you can see, the cam, see if I can do this. The cam spins around, and these cam lobes actuate these rocker arms, and this one directly activates the intake valve. And this is an intermediate rocker arm here, which if you look on this side, it actuates this exhaust rocker. So all the exhaust ones are actuated by the intermediate rocker arms, and all the intake ones are directly actuated off the cam with their own rocker arms. Now, the problem with this single overhead cam is that the intake rocker shafts wear. I think it's due to oiling issues, but for whatever reason the intake rockers are the ones that wear really bad, and I'll show you exactly what happens. And as you can, if I can get it to zoom in right here up close, you can see how much it's worn through. It's very severe wear. These are the old ones I pulled out, and most of the wear in those two spots, and then there's two spots down here, here and here, are from these intermediate rocker arms. And I don't know if you can see that. That is a lot of slop, because it, first of all, the shaft is worn, and then also the rocker arm is pretty much egg-shaped from wearing out. Now these intake rocker arms weren't very bad, but they still had a little bit of play, so I'm go ahead and I got new intermediates and new intake rocker arms, but I'm reusing these. These are my original exhaust rockers. And so this is the old exhaust rocker shaft, and it doesn't look bad at all. Just a little bit of wear on the underside here, but you can hardly feel it. Looks to be in pretty good shape compared to these intake shafts, which are basically destroyed. And another thing that compounds that worn rocker shaft are these little lifters, hydraulic lifters. Some people call them hydraulic lash adjusters, but they go here on the underside of the rocker arms, and actually this part is what touches the top of the valves. You can see over here. There's one in there for the valve. And then there's one under here for exhaust valves too. And what happens with these is that these little plungers collapse and get varnish and junk in there, and they never pump back up. So this is an old one, and this is a new one, and as you can see, this one's sticking out all the way, and this one's collapsed. And so you get a whole bunch of play on these rocker arms between them and the valves, and that makes a lot of clatter, and also a lot of clatter from these intermediate ones that are completely shot too. So when you have a single overhead cam that makes a lot of ticking, you can pretty much guarantee it's one of two things or a combination of both of these things. Either you've got collapsed lifters or you've got worn rocker shafts. And that's what happened with mine. So I'm gonna finish putting these all back together and get everything torqued down, and then I'll try and give you guys another update. Thanks.